Addy,
Yeah.
the fighting games, what are they?
Fighting games are having a collaboration with Undead Unlock. That's the first news article that I see.
What the? I'm sorry, what did you say?
Undead Unlock.
Undead Unlock.
Not unlock. Like not open not as in like open. But unlock as in the opposite of lock.
Unlock.
Yeah.
Undead Unlock. Well, is this one of those things where is this one of those phone games where you gamble for pictures of like pinups?
No, I think it's an anime.
Oh,
This article was seemingly posted by Wall Street Journal Manga, which is the leading news paper that I read. I don't know about you.
yeah, it's I mean, it makes sense at a certain point for everyone to have a manga division, but nonetheless, it's a little bit odd to hear that sentence.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, yeah, on that unlock, we'll have a collaboration with Street Fighter 6, which is actually ongoing right now.
They have a lot of those. I'm sure there are a lot of Avatar costumes on sale.
Actually, no, but no, no, I just checked. No, so it will have in-game avatar recipes, so you can be any of the Undead Unlock characters that you love. Stamps, collaboration titles, and more. And by more, we mean stickers, probably.
Probably.
Oh wait, no, stamps. Those
I
are already stickers. I don't know, but it's probably just like music. If there's an anime adaptation, then maybe.
There is a whole world of like Battle Hub socializing that you and I must not be privy to.
Yeah, we're missing out on all of the Blanca Chump ERP.
Probably. That's probably it. That seems like the most logical thing for people to do with that tool set. I mean, I'm not gonna. There are definitely some people who go psycho about the lack of costumes for the actual characters in Street Fighter 6. I'm not going too nuts. I'm also just kind of glad we managed to get those third ones. But it is really weird.
I mean, my thing is that like, genuinely, no joke, I don't like any of the third outfits. And that's all.
That's
Yeah.
really. Hang on. Let me go back and look at the outfit threes because that's got to be at least somewhat crazy.
Like Zangief's and Marisa's, I'm ambivalent. I don't fucking know. Like I don't really have an opinion on those, but I remember thinking like the overarching majority or whatever, the majority of them. I just remember finding them disappointing and like uninteresting.
Well, after that wait, anything would have been disappointing.
But yeah, but it wasn't even that. It was just like, here's DJ with a shittier haircut. Here's Juri, in the pajamas. Here's Luke. Just in general, I guess. I don't remember.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 Luke. Which none of us are fans of Street Fighter 5 Luke, but nonetheless, it's neat that they did put that in for everybody who was a fan of Street Fighter 5 Luke.
Wait, what was that 5 Luke? His outfit 3, not his outfit 2?
Yeah, this is outfit 3.
Oh, then yeah. And like Ken's was one where I went like, I get the idea, but it also looks bad. Same
Yeah,
with
it looks awkward.
and then
Giles.
like Guile, yeah, his just sucks. And if memory serves, Chun,
right,
yeah, go ahead.
Well, Chun has the workout clothes.
Yeah.
That's just a given with Chun-Li. She gets a workout outfit in every game where she has cosmetic outfits.
But it's still not the alpha outfit.
The alpha outfit is pretty classic. I do think it's inevitable we have to see that later on down the line, or else something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
But long red coat Cammy? You don't like long red coat Cammy?
No.
Why?
Let me see. Because I remember finding something off about the design, but I don't remember exactly how it looks, so I'll look it up. Yeah, Kemi outfit 4, SF6. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of everything that she wears under the coat. Honestly,
I don't remember it being anything of significance.
that's the thing. It's just it's Cammy, but she's wearing skin tight pants and one of those midriff shirts, and like that's not Cammy to me. Like sure, she wore the fucking leotard, but the leotard isn't the same as the fucking the F shirt. So yeah, like if the outfit that she wears outside of the coat would be more interesting, I might like it. But as it is, I just think it's uninspired, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I just wrote in outfit 3 to check. And yeah, like most of these, the one that I found thus far that I went, okay, that's actually fine, is Aki's.
Aki's is pretty good.
See, I'm seeing Rashid's outfit 3, and the concept art looks good, but I have a feeling that it doesn't look like that in game. And yeah, no, it looks a lot cheaper in game because it looks realistic instead of stylized. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, like, what were we even talking about? On the unlock, yes. Next bit of news. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 has been rated. It has been raided by the ESRB.
Oh, we need to strike back.
They're in a shootout currently, even.
Oh Jesus!
But yes, they rated it D14 because it features blood, suggestive themes, use of alcohol and tobacco, and violence.
I am a pretty big fan of violence, so I'm glad to hear about that.
I'm personally a simp for use of alcohol and tobacco.
Yeah. Not a lot of that in fighting games anymore.
Yeah.
Well, alcohol, there's always going to be the drunken boxer. What am I saying?
Yeah, and KOF literally just done, well, I guess not just, but they one of their newest characters is a smoker. Like even in his in-game model, he's smoking a cigar. Antonov.
Oh, Antonov, right. Yeah. I was about to say that the most recent instance I could remember of a fighting game character smoking was Jax in MKX, but no, Antonov also a big smoker.
Then, next bit of news. Fighting Collection 2 is also coming with a mini comic, like the MVC collection came with.
Yeah, that's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. This too will somehow be about how Morgan and Spider-Man are fucking.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think about when I think CVS.
Then
it's definitely neat to have some more story going on there.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like fighting games, the way fighting games are structured, when it comes to lore, are both a blessing and a curse, because it's a blessing because by the nature of everyone having to be a protagonist in their own story, people have more chances to latch onto someone in the game and stick around for it. It's a curse because if you write about a story in the game's universe, then there's a 1 in however many roster spots there are in your game chance of actually like hitting one that most people care about. Because like if they make the comic and it's just about like Kyo and Ryu just being like, yo, I want to fight good, then how many people will care, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more interesting interactions there with Terry and Ken, which is probably who it will be about. I'd also say that like if they somehow make it like a prequel comic and try to explain why Rugal and Akuma are fighting in the game, then that could be cool.
I don't know about that. I don't know that it's gonna be actually about our favorite characters.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it would be neat because they're the secret bosses, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing of like if Bison just fucking showed up in Street Fighter 6 and he just fought Bison as a boss,
Yeah.
then they announced, hey, we're doing a comic, then I would go, alright, you explain why Bison is here again.
Yeah. It's there's something I've noticed.
Yeah.
I've been wondering about, and it's partly just a question of fan expectations, and fan expectations are always a rough thing to work with because the fans will always expect more than they get. It's just how it is. But every time I see people commenting on the Marvel collection, it's, oh man, Capcom is totally testing the waters for Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Every time I see comments on either the CVS collection or my and Terry coming to Street Fighter 6, it's people commenting, man, Capcom is totally testing the waters for CVS 3. And with both of those, I'm just like cringing a little bit like, yeah, Capcom can't really do both, y'all.
Yeah.
Not in a reasonable time frame.
I mean, Capcom just announced that they're doing a game jam where people can use the RE engine. So maybe they just outsource it. Do the game jam.
Yeah, that's true.
Do the game jam. Come make CVS 3, Marvel 4, or Darkstalkers.
We don't give a fuck. Just make something.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was looking
Like,
into
imagine,
the other.
imagine joining the game jam and then you choose to make Darkstalkers and like there's 2 hours to submit the game and you go, oh no, I made Bloody Roar. Anyway, yeah.
Good lord. Yeah, all right. I mean, look, you and I are both in positions where, like, it doesn't really matter which of the two would come about. If either of the two even come about, and Capcom isn't just putting these out on the like, well, we're never going to get to make a Marvel vs. Capcom or Capcom vs. SNK again, but here's this anyways, you poor, sad orphans, you.
Yeah.
But you and I are both in positions of like, yeah, MVC4 could happen, CVS3 could happen, either which way, you know, we'll enjoy it. But it definitely would suck for whichever, if either of them does come about and the other does not sooner rather than later. That would definitely be a thing that sucks of having a stupid FGC fight of, well, we should have got Marvel vs. Capcom 4, but instead we got your lame ass CVS 3 or vice versa, right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing with the CVS 3 for me is that, like, I think both of the Akiras or whatever they're called, the people working on Street Fighter 6, I believe them to be crazy enough to go, you know what? We're bringing the groove system back. There's gonna be a Street Fighter, like, there's gonna be an SF4 groove, an SF5 groove, and an SF6 groove. Fuck you.
That would be awesome.
If you don't shut up, we'll also make Guilty Gear a groove.
You've been engaging in some wishful thinking today. I don't know what got into you.
I just think it would be
But
funny I just think it would be funny if they went, oh, here's the groove, it fucks up the balance. That's it. That's the groove.
You're hoping somebody other than Ishwatari can be trusted to make a new Guilty Gear.
But that's the thing. If you remember, last time we found out it's not Ishwatari because he got taken off as a project lead. He's only the producer now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it could be someone else's problem. But what was I was going to say? There is actually some relevance of the idea of grooves later on for another bit of news. So we'll hit that when you hit that.
All right. Then, in in news shocking the world, Skullomania split into two and was revealed for KOF 15 as Bison Mature.
Oh, Vice and Mature. I thought you said Bison Mature. I was like, is this a new character?
Bison parentheses mature. And it's just like it looks like Bison, but he has the body proportions of Zebroly.
Oh shit.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Vice and Mature, who are now in or going to soon be in KOF 15. So that they look really cool. I am glad to say. The big thing is, and for pretty well anyone else, this is not going to be a big thing, and they're going to be confused why the hell I'd make a big deal out of this. But for me, the big thing is Vice does power bombs again.
Ah. I don't remember what she started doing instead of them. So
I don't really remember either. I remember just being kind of really lame. And my memory is that it started with CVS 2. Not to put the blame at Capcom's feet, but my memory is it started with CVS 2, Vice not doing power bombs and just doing something else with her command grab that was much less cool.
Vice was too unsafe. She got the ban from up above. Vice, you can't keep doing Liger bombs. But yeah, I started watching these trailers before the podcast. I didn't have time to finish them. I was a bit of ways into Mature, and it looked like Mature, yes.
Yep, it's Vice and Mature. Which, you're a bigger Mature person than a Vice person, right?
I mean, if I have to choose between the two, yes, but that's because they keep giving Mature the gigantic pressure. And so, like, if Rugal's dead, then I can at least play Mature.
Yeah. Rugal's not dead, though.
Yeah. So I have no reason to play Mature, yes.
Oh.
Like, that's the thing. I don't like Mature's moveset. I think it's very, very awkward and not fun to use. Except for the gigantic pressure, which isn't her move. So literally, the only reason I ever play Mature is because Rugal is not on the roster, and she might have a gigantic pressure. Oh, also, KOF 15 Ultimate Edition, which comes with all the DLCs, releases on December 12th, which should be 2 days from now, from the day of airing.
Yes. So that's really cool. That's a thing that's happening. I'll probably end up picking that up on PC at some point. I do already own a copy on console, but like when they offer then an extra copy with all the DLC, it's like I should probably just buy it on PC for
that. Then, yeah.
No, go ahead.
Hasbro is releasing a line of action figures inspired by Marvel 2.
Oh, that's cool. And
yes,
suspiciously timed.
Yeah, they've been doing this for a year actually, and the newest one that they released is Marrow.
Oh well, that's probably the first time Marrow's gotten an action figure since the 90s.
Yeah. Like if I open up this thing, then there was actually a leak, if memory serves, of what some of the series.
I doubt I have it. I've mentioned this before, I think. I doubt I still have it, but when I was a kid, my parents got me a Marvel vs. Capcom action figure 2-pack of Captain America and Morrigan. And
she's
so
she's
as a
cheating on
result,
Peter. Yeah.
yeah, as a result, as a small child, I was very confused because I had never seen that Marvel character before. And I'm still confused.
Ah. All right. So apparently the characters they've released thus far were Blackheart, 90s Cable, Iron Man recolored to be War Machine, which is really which is really in the in the spirit of Marvel.
It is.
And the ones they're rumored to, oh shit, one of these is actually one of these is up my alley. But yeah, so the ones they're rumored to be releasing is 3 2-packs, these being Captain America and Venom, War Machine and Omega Red, Wolverine and Silver Samurai, Psylocke and Thanos, and then single characters, Shuma Gorath and Juggernaut.
Yeah. Did you say Psylocke and Thanos?
Psylocke and Thanos, yes, Thanos.
Does he come with the bubble?
I don't know, there's no images of this. This is just hearsay, basically, at this point. Like, it's just...
That is very cool. It would be cooler if they actually came with the Capcom characters as well. But I understand that the gimmick is just simply here's Capcom's interpretations of classic Marvel characters.
Yeah,
rather than we're making toys of, Jin Saotome.
Yeah, also, I forget which company. It might be Mattel. There we go, fucking hell. But yeah, it might be Mattel or Hasbro or someone else, I don't know. But Capcom is working on a toy line of... they just finished a toy line of Mega Man. And they're doing a toy line of some other, like, older IP that they don't really do much with anymore. That's in Marvel, and they're suspiciously proportional to the Marvel figures.
Yeah.
So
there might have been at some point plans for it to be Marvel vs. Capcom combos, and Hasbro said, no, we would like to just sell the Marvel characters that are famous for making money.
Yeah. But yeah, so that as we discussed off recording, Thomas the Tank Engine is getting revealed at the Game Awards for Tekken 8.
Yeah, Harada, he really came through for us.
Yeah.
We all got to give him credit, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how he secured the rights, but Thomas the Tank Engine comes with the IHOP level. Or the Waffle House, whatever. It's...
Yeah, IHOP's a little bit less intense, not gonna lie.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Not to be too mean to IHOP there, but Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Fighting at the Krispy Kreme, which would be so far divorced from the original point of reference that like people wouldn't get it. Like, why are we fighting at a Krispy Kreme?
Yeah. Fuck it, Hardee's. Just
yeah.
You fight at Carl's Jr.
It depends on what region you're playing in.
Yeah.
In the case that it's a West Coaster versus an East Coaster, it's whoever picks their character first decides.
No, then the map becomes the forbidden variant. Hardee's Jr.
Or just Carl's.
Yeah, or just Carl's.
I believe the first one is actually just Carl's, and then the second one was Carl's Jr.'s, and for whatever reason that became the franchise. Is that there's one Carl restaurant, and he just fucks like an animal and makes so many Carl Jr.'s.
Yeah. The Australian players get the exclusive little Mickey D's.
Yeah. For the Brits, it's Macca's.
Yeah. Oh no, that's right. Macca's is Australian. That's the Australian name.
I've definitely heard Brits call it Maccas or Mackers.
I've only heard Australians do it, but then again, they
are
British.
More Londoners. And the Londoners, as we all know, need help.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
time
Tekken, all right.
exclusive time and region exclusive Japanese level KFC. You can only
Yep.
you can only play it during the winter.
All right. Stick with me here.
Yeah.
Tekken 8 announces the next DLC. Okay, we're getting Waffle House. Melty Blood, that Melty Blood game that's totally still in active development, announces their next DLC is a KFC stage. All right, and okay, hey, Mortal Kombat 1, we finally found a way they'll redeem this game in the eyes of the consumer. We're adding a steak and shake stage.
Yeah. See, the problem with this is that the multiple stage would have to be the bathroom.
Yep.
Like
the uni stage gets to be out front. They're allowed out front, but Melty Blood, they got to be in the KFC's bathroom.
Yeah.
Submerged halfway in a toilet is that statue of the Colonel that killed that baseball team.
Yeah. I also just like the idea that the next character for Tekken 8 is gonna be Waffle House. It is just the building.
Well, it's... You ever see one of those Mugen characters that is a boss and it's a built-in stage and shit, and you're controlling a boss and hitting different buttons to summon enemies and shit?
Yeah.
Like, the Waffle House stage is you don't move, hitting the stick or the D-pad does nothing. It does actually nothing. But hitting the face buttons causes the Waffle House to summon various attacks, such as electricity coming out of the sign and zapping the area around it, or summoning up shit. Someone's knocking on my door. Give me a moment.
All right.
Oh, shit. Okay. We're now in speedrun mode.
All right.
Well, then. It's Galactus from MVC3. There you go. Yeah.
Yes. Then, let's see character breakdowns. We don't care about those. All right. The last bit of news. My
looks very good.
My looks like my. Yes.
Of course, gameplay is going to come into question. But
we already saw that she has Andy's turnaround elbow thing.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. I'm sure she's had more moves than Terry down the years, probably. But nonetheless, going by Terry, I think we have pretty good indication Mai's going to get pretty well every move we can think of for her.
Yeah.
The only moves she's going to miss are the moves that we forgot she had.
And they
even found a way to give Terry his fucking low slide and super kick.
Yeah.
Capcom is keeping the faith. I don't think that's in question.
Yeah. I wonder who they'll it's early to ask, I guess, but I do wonder if next season we'll also have guest characters, and if so, who?
Yep. That's because Street Fighter 6 is. I feel like it's increasingly starting to be that when one fighting game franchise is taking another character from another franchise and implementing them, there's such a degree of faithfulness that it starts to feel like a character gets better handled as a guest character in someone else's franchise than in the franchise they come from.
Yeah.
Because, that was very much, we were both feeling that with Akuma in Street Fighter in Tekken 7, right?
Yes.
Especially around the time of Street Fighter 5, where the gimmick was gimping everyone's movesets deliberately.
Yeah, I mean, Tekken 7's iteration of Akuma gave him moves that he retained in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah. So Street Fighter 6, the idea of there being more guest characters, of course, we're both very open to, as long as it's not really dumb stuff like, oh, here's Blaze Blue?
Yeah.
No? And we've both been vocal before that we'd love to see the Blaze Blue cast as guest characters in Guilty Gear, but not Street Fighter. No, please.
Yeah. Your guest characters, Taokaka and Arakune, I think.
Yeah, that's I like both those characters, but if you were to pick the most toxic characters possible to add to Guilty Gear, especially Strive,
Oh no,
that
not
would be
Guilty
the
Gear, Street
choices.
Fighter.
Oh, the Street Fighter! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Everybody who said that JP was a Guilty Gear character that snuck his way into Street Fighter, they're gonna learn.
Yeah, especially if
When they see Arakune.
Especially if it's released on a Arakune, like from the first Blaze Blue.
Like Arakune, it's always worth noting beyond the crazy zoning that Arakune has. The thing that's worth noting about Arakune is that he has a jumping move that hits low. And like that really, the only other fighting game series that ever happened is Mortal Kombat. And even there, it's extraordinarily fucking rare.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, that would break all of the rules.
Yeah. Schoolgirl's Peacock also has a jumping move that hits low.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Though I guess Peacock is, like, in fairness, a much less stinky Arakune.
Yes, true.
Like, there's a degree more of honesty. She's still stinky enough to be fun. She's still stinky enough that anytime, like, any of us pops in Skullgirls, I think for the most part, you and Pink aren't as enthused by Skullgirls as I am. But nonetheless, I think all of us, when we see Peacock get picked, we go, yeah, it's about to get smelly.
Yeah.
Is she the best character design in that game?
Yeah.
I mean, not just gameplay, but visuals. Like, everything about her. She's such an interesting zoner kit, but it's also they just did such a spectacular job of making her that delightful old-time Steamboat Willie character design.
Yeah, she pulls off the rubber hosting very well.
Yeah.
And then like I'd say that like behind her, like I don't know, 2 or 3 steps is Big Band, and then probably
Big Band's
everyone
pretty
else.
good.
Like I love Beowulf, but like
Beowulf's so much fun as like he's so built in got so many built in wrestling references. Like there's a lot of labor of love there.
Yeah.
I go to bat very strongly for Eliza. It's just
yeah. Go ahead.
I think it's very well done. Not just like her making like random Egyptian hieroglyphics all over the place, but also the switch they have between where she's a rather attractive woman and then horrible skeleton meat monster on the inside. Oh no. Which I guess we all are on the inside, but generally I don't pull it out from time to time.
Yeah. That's your problem. That's why you don't do big combo.
That's true. It's the secret.
maybe if you let the horrible skeleton meat monster out, then you'd also be able to do fucking bone X combos.
All right, yeah. Let's get back to Mai though, because the time is coming near. Yeah, Mai. What's the deal with her being attacked by ninjas?
And that's just a thing that happens to her, I guess.
I guess so. Like, is there just a secret ninja war that goes on in the background of KOF and Street Fighter that just never gets acknowledged?
Probably.
That she's participating in?
That's it. She's in a foreign land. That's actually Ibuki's tribe. It's her clan.
Okay, if we get an actual... Oh my god, Ibuki wasn't in CVS 2, so we've never had Ibuki versus Mai. Holy shit. That's... Come to think of it, that's like one of the Capcom versus SNK like rivalries you would anticipate. So it's kind of weird that we didn't get it.
I don't know. To me, Mai makes more sense as a whatchamacallit, a rival to Chun. Just because of the overall fair
she's
they
definitely
are.
the most iconic SNK characters in the same way that Chun is the most iconic Capcom character. But in terms of like the whole Kunoichi thing, right?
Yeah.
And like they're both very lackadaisical about it, though. Like Mai doesn't seem to resent being a ninja, whereas Ibuki does.
I mean, Ibuki only wants to be a schoolgirl, and boys. She wants boys.
I was about to say Ibuki just. Come to think of it, they're both boy crazy. Come to think of it. Oh god, I could imagine now CVS 3 opening cut like the opening the intro. What's it called? With Cross Tekken, how it opened with like the big scenes showing all the rivalries.
The opening cinematic.
Yeah, I can imagine now an opening cinematic of Mai and Ibuki, and Ibuki starts trying to flirt with and get sweet on Andy, who of course rejects her because he's Andy, but nonetheless, Mai sees it, and her eyes light on fire, and she just blows Ibuki up.
Yeah.
Andy just stands back like, holy shit.
Wasn't that girl like 5?
Ibuki's got to be an adult by now.
Hopefully. I don't know.
Well,
by third strike.
Street Fighter 5, she's still dressed like a schoolgirl, but Sakura's grown up. She's not a schoolgirl anymore.
Ibuki got held back.
Well, no, Ibuki has to be a little bit younger than Sakura because Street Fighter 3 is after 5, and she's still a schoolgirl in 3.
True.
But she was all the way back in 4. She didn't look all that different. And Street Fighter 6 is far enough from Street Fighter 3 that Mel is very much all grown up, and Akuma's hair is fully gone white. He's fully gone gray. So if there wasn't Ibuki in Street Fighter 6, she would have to have graduated. And for that matter, come to think of it, if they ever did Sakura in Street Fighter 6, like, she would be, like, in her fucking late 20s, which is strange to think about.
Yeah, she'd be an old woman.
Yeah. Well, it would have to come with a, like, question of, like, if Sakura's aged up that much, then how much is Chun-Li aged up? But, like, Street Fighter 6 does have very solidly the feeling of, like, no, Chun-Li's probably 40. They're not going to directly point it out, but, like, Chun-Li's appearance in World Tour very much is giving off the idea that Chun-Li's gotten old, you know?
Yeah.
Like, she's more or less saying, like, yeah, I'm kind of retired. Yeah. Which, I mean, like, who retires at 40? But nonetheless, like, that seems like Capcom actually finally nutted up and we're like, yeah, we're going to let Chun-Li get old.
One day Chun-Li will die.
Yeah. Which, Tekken, come on.
Although, imagine.
Come on. Just
like
poking Bamco with a stick. Come on, do something.
I'm imagining, like Street Fighter 15. You know, it's like 20 years into the future, more, or like maybe even 40. You get like old Raisin Chun. All of like she looks like Wang Jinrei if Wang Jinrei was a woman, but she still has fucking ties. That's the one thing that remains.
Old Fighter. That's definitely an entertaining possibility. There's a news bit I want to get to, so I don't want to dwell on Old Fighter too much. But I'm very enthused by the idea of, like, the classic Street Fighter cast is all very much still around. Like, Gin is somehow still around. He's fucking 120 years old, but the heart still he still ain't got him.
Gin's been 120 years old for the past 50 years. We don't know how he does it.
That is true. So, yeah, that's a very enthusing idea.
So yeah, the news topic.
Yeah. So, Mortal Kombat 1. This is a leak that we would be discussing here. So this could be bullshit. But nonetheless, there is very prominently a leak from a leaker that apparently had gotten several things right in the past. So, and leakers sometimes do get things right. It happens. And Lord knows people can certainly be just wishful that they want to be an insider. But nonetheless, a prominent leaker said that Mortal Kombat 1 was financially a disappointment. And as a result, there will not be a Season 3. Chaos Reigns is the last content update Mortal Kombat will get.
Ever.
And
that's it.
Wrap it up as such.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat's done. A massive franchise, but we've decided, fuck it, we don't care for it anymore.
we'll put this Discovery, like, reality TV series in its stead.
Yeah. It's just gonna be animals murdering each other. It's a couple steps removed from Bloody Roar, really.
It's actually been making a spiritual success of the Primal Rage.
Actually, we're making a spiritual successor to them as fighting herds.
Nah, because those fighting herds it made them too anthropomorphic. If I remember, it says Primal Rage. It just had like actual like animal kaijus that you fought as.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, anyway, continue.
Yeah, so this has been an interesting thing to discuss because there's been a lot of talk around it. And it's been interesting for me because gameplay wise, from the jump, I thought Mortal Kombat 1 was very good. And there's definitely been some questionable balance changes, but I think it's in a pretty good state right now. I think the cameo system is interesting. The characters have big, diverse movesets. It's a very diverse cast of characters. But generally speaking, a lot of the commentary I'm seeing around this is people with generally valid criticisms that nonetheless I was wondering like whether or not they'd really matter. Well, some of them I knew would matter. But like I'm seeing a lot of people just very much say like it's the thing that's being handled here is that Mortal Kombat 1 in some sense feels like for someone who really loves fighting games and playing around with movesets and playing around with the gameplay, there's a lot to love here. But it's really kind of being shown for someone who is into Mortal Kombat as I want to play the story mode, I want to hop into arcade mode or the towers and play the towers until I unlock everything and then uninstall the game. Like Mortal Kombat 1 is a very deeply unsatisfying game for them.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of interesting points of like the story was kind of good until the multiverse stuff came in, which of course you and I both thought the multiverse stuff was hilarious. And for good reason, because it is.
Yeah, like the multiverse stuff is not the multiverse stuff is generally not stuff that you want to put into a serious story. And like we can play around with the idea and make it funny. I don't think we could play around the idea and make something like worth watching. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing is that like for pure fan service, it's an awesome idea. What if Kano was god of his own universe? What if Kotal Khan was god of his own universe? What if Jax was god of his own universe?
Just understand this. What if Kano was?
Yeah. But simultaneously, people are very correctly pointing out that it takes out a lot of the significance. Like, if the Liu Kang world, like, gets fucking nuked, it's like, well, who cares? Because there's also Raiden world out there, and Sonya world out there, and Sub-Zero world out there, and all of them probably also tried to make a very idyllic world similar to Liu Kang's world.
Yeah.
And it was a problem I very much more so had with Mortal Kombat 11. It was a part of why I really did not like Mortal Kombat 11's story, and I very much disliked it. Mortal Kombat 1 had enough of like just Liu Kang's world that I felt had impact and I enjoyed, but at the same time, like I can't disagree with that. That it really kind of stalls any confidence for Mortal Kombat 13 to have an interesting story, right?
Yeah, I mean, see, the thing to me, as someone who hasn't played Mortal Kombat 12 at all whatsoever, I've only seen footage. To me, it seems like at least a part of why you might have might be more fine with the story is just because we did the whole bit about the Kamidogu, and then it was true.
I think there's that, and I think part of it is that I've got a little bit of that comic book perspective of like, oh, let's see these alternate worlds where things went different. That's so cool. But the thing is, that's not what we got. What we got was war between the worlds.
Yeah,
and of course, we got a lot of funny gags out of that. Like, what was it? The fucking Gearus reptile combo? I forget what it was called, but like some like Fem Ermac.
Yeah,
all that goofy shit, and that was very fun. And the idea of exploring like what if Kano was God is a lot of fun, but we didn't get that. We got wars between the worlds, which has got a lot less narrative heft.
Yeah. Like to me,
if they'd have kept the world separate, it would have been a different question. It would have just been like, Liu Kang's world doesn't know about this. Liu Kang himself might know about this, but it doesn't really matter. But let's have for just a little bit, let's look into the alternate worlds where the other people are gods without interfering in Liu Kang's world or them interfering in each other's. That would have been different, but that would just be like how comic book multiverses used to be before Into the Spider-Verse became the standard.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it just felt like the way they handled it, or it felt like I don't remember the name of the storyline or exactly which characters were in it, but there was this time when one of the major threats to the DC universe, the universe of DC, all of them, the multiverse, I guess, the DC multiverse, the biggest threat was the Batman Who Laughs, and he just went around.
Yes.
He went around with a team of Batman Who Laughs and Laughs, I guess, I don't know, whatever. And they just showed up, and they were the biggest cock motherfuckers in the entire industry. And Batman somehow solved that, I guess. I don't know. I didn't read it because I read that premise and I went, I don't care.
Yeah. My understanding, it's a lot of junkling of peanuts. So there's that stupidity. The other thing that I thought was interesting. This is an interesting one where, like, I found the system very interesting, but a lot of people are going to bounce off it and find it too complicated. And there's also a lot of people who are just going to find it aesthetically unappealing. And that is that I saw a lot of people saying that they just couldn't get over the cameo system. They didn't fucking like it. And I know you're not fond of the cameo system.
I mean, it's less so that I'm not fond of the cameo system. I think it's an interesting addition to the game. You know, having never played it, but like, my problem with the cameo system is my problem with any assist-based team fighting game. I don't use assists, and this isn't like a choice of, like, you know, I just don't like using them or whatever. I can't comprehend using assists. It is too much mental stack. So I tend to like the games that are more like, you know, KOF when it comes to team-based, or just don't have assists in general.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's very valid. To be honest, up until I played Mortal Kombat 1, I was very much of the same mentality. I play Marvel vs. Capcom, but I never use the assists. It's just not something that my brain remembers to do in the fighting game. The best I generally can do is remembering, like, oh, I'm an MVC3. I've got Frank on the sidelines. Shopping cart is really good, so I'll just remember to use shopping cart to cover up my advance when I'm playing Doom or Dante.
Yeah, the only use I ever got out of the assist system is in Marvel 3. If memory serves, I used to run a team of Ryu, Akuma, and Deadpool. And Ryu's magic series has a hole in it. And if you time the Akuma Hyaki Gojin assist right, then he fills that hole, so that Ryu can get a combo that does like 70% on 3 bars.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, I remembered another assist I do use a lot in Marvel.
Yeah.
Hidden missiles.
Ah, yeah.
That one's pretty good. And come to think of it, having Dante around, I didn't use it enough, but I probably should have used old. Oh, damn it! What's the name of the guitar move where he goes nuts and makes this beam that covers all the vertical space ever?
I know the one.
Like it's Captain Corridor. Just call it Captain Corridor because it's just Captain Corridor. And like, it's a very different situation from Captain Commando, who is like largely not a very good character, but you pick him just because Captain Corridor is such a fucking good assist. Dante's just like legitimately just an all-around very good character who also has Captain Corridor.
But see, that's the thing though. Like you know Captain Commando from Marvel 2. I know Captain Commando from Marvel 1. Marvel 1 Captain Commando was good, which is why he's not good in Marvel 2.
Okay. Yeah, things changed. The game changed.
Yeah, like you can genuinely draw a line with some of these characters where it's like, oh, this character was good in the last game. He's not gonna be anymore. Did you know that?
I can see that.
Did you know that in Marvel vs. Street Fighter, Gambit could fly?
Oh God, yes, I am. Marvel vs. Street Fighter got weird. X-Men vs. Street Fighter famously got very weird.
But yeah, they for some reason decided that it was a good idea for you to do Zanko Hadoken multiple times in the air, and just make it so it keeps you up. It makes it so you fall a lot slower. So you could just spam Zanko Hadoken, and there's a video of me fighting Pink on the channel, where he was playing as Storm, and I went, oh, I need to do something against Typhoon. So I jump up and start doing that. And I just did it just to check, because I just wanted to do a Zanko Hadoken to counter it, and it failed. And I input it again as a joke, basically, and I actually got another Zanko Hadoken at, and I went, wait a second, that's not supposed to happen. And yeah,
Yeah,
so
I think that's the kind of goofery that the Shotos need in Marvel to keep up.
yeah.
Well, I think that's Marvel 3. I think we both popped in Ryu at some point in Marvel 3 and found him like, just a little bit disappointing. Like, he really should have a bit more. Like, the beam is nice, but should have a little bit more craziness. And that's one thing I do think that Infinite did very well, is that gave Ryu a lot of craziness. Whatever. I don't want to trail off and to talk about Infinite again. But yeah, to get back to Mortal Kombat 1, there was also Invasions mode sucked ass. It just sucked ass.
Yeah.
Like, I played the first 3 seasons of it, so I have enough gameplay experience to say, yeah, it fucking sucked ass. Towers of Time, I'm not fond of as a mechanic. I don't like it, but it is preferable. And they brought that back, so credit where credit is due, but I think it was too little too late. And this was a big one for a lot of people. It wasn't for me, but unless it was a big one for a lot of people. Less customization than Mortal Kombat 1, which I found the customization in Mortal Kombat 1 kind of disappointing, but apparently a lot of people loved it. And no preset costumes like Mortal Kombat 1. You either could have your one preset costume or set it to be randomized. And I liked setting it to be randomized. Apparently most people didn't.
I mean, the problem that I saw wasn't just that you could set it to randomized or one preset. It was the problem of like you get a list of options, and your list of options are these 2 random ones that we decided from a pool of 12.
Yeah.
And so like if neither of those are the costume that you had in mind, then you just have to reboot the match, which if you're playing online is not possible.
No. So I can accept the idea that Mortal Kombat 1 really wasn't what a lot of people wanted. In many ways, it turned out to be what I wanted, but I'm not the market.
Yeah.
So I'll say I certainly have hopes that this will not mean that NRS goes, more complex gameplay scares people off. I have hopes this does not mean they re-simplify back to Mortal Kombat 11. I also have hopes that the NRS doesn't take this to mean, people don't want us to go back and try to redeem the 3D trilogy characters, because I don't think they did a very good job with Reiko. I love Reiko in MK1, but I look at Reiko and I go, yeah, if I didn't love this guy, I would think that this is the most what the fuck, why is he here character of all time.
Yeah.
But conversely, like Ashra, even Lee May is actually kind of fun now that they gave her more stuff like, fireworks, and now she's a police officer of some kind in Outworld instead of just hot chick. Natara's a lot of fun. Havoc's a lot of fun. So my hope is that they don't take it as, fuck the 3D trilogy, burn it. Let's continue the past pattern of acting like the only characters that came out of the 3D trilogy were Kenshi and Frost.
Yeah. I mean, there's actually been a new leak. There's gonna be a Combat Pack 3. It's gonna be consisting of Su Hao and Bugs Bunny.
Well, if it's multiverses Bugs Bunny, I wouldn't mind. I actually like his playstyle in that, but Su Hao is approaching your location.
I mean, the thing with Bugs Bunny though is that like they've been owned by Warner Bros. For a while. On one hand, I understand why they don't want Bugs Bunny in Mortal Kombat. On the other hand, imagine the slapstick.
Yeah,
because like Bugs Bunny. Yeah.
Bit of the Happy Tree Friends. What if cartoon violence was realistic?
Yeah. I mean, the thing to keep in mind though is that like Bugs Bunny's power set consists of like it is based entirely on the rule of Bugs can do it if it would be funny right now.
That is true.
So they could just come with whatever moves that they want for Bugs, and they could justify it as funny, like as long as it's slapstick. Like imagine if Bugs Bunny is a track character. He plays like he plays like Testament, I guess, where you can input a move and it looks like nothing, but if the opponent walks into the spot that you were sending in, where you press the button, then they step on a rake or something like that,
Yeah. I multiverses, for all the many things it got wrong, it did do a very good job of giving Bugs Bunny a goofy trap setup character moveset. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, I didn't like
In spite of all
yeah.
the other things that Multiverses got wrong. But I gotta head off. There are people waiting on me, and they are probably getting quite grumpy about me. So I will have to go ahead and say fighting games were for me. I don't know if you're gonna do a one-man show here. Oh.
Yeah. I guess fighting games were then.